Sara here. How is everybody tonight? Great. Okay, so I'm back to another video finally. Sorry it took so long. I've been busy. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sara, and I will be guiding you through how to recover from anorexia. The other part of my channel is called the Redhead Review. It is more like a daily vlog of my life, around my family and my pets, and just kind of the crazy stuff that goes on. And this is a separate video, but a part of the same channel that I have going on. This is the how to recover from anorexia, because I was anorexic for 10 years, and so I thought I'd share what I learned from that on a separate little vlog to try to help everyone, to try to help whoever is battling this disease, try to help them out. In the last video, we talked about symptoms and how to acknowledge, or how to notice when a loved one or yourself is maybe having eating disorder issues. Maybe you didn't know it, and all of a sudden you realized some of these symptoms were matching up, and so yeah, eating disorder. Boom. Not fun. Okay, so today, this is going to be October 18th, 2019. I'm trying to be all, cool and stay on track with my little unicorn notebook here. So today we are going to be talking about 3 topics. Now I'm trying to get through these pretty quick because I do want to... Sorry, I just thought about... yeah. Photos. That's right. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, I went off. I'll be putting photos in that can be quite triggering because they are of me at like one of my lowest weights and one of the worst times in my life. It was bad, and most of my videos are going to be and going to have some triggering moments, and I will warn you when those are coming up, because some of you may be able to take it, some it might be too much for you. I understand that. That's why I will say, here's a trigger warning, and then I'll let you know when it's over, in case you have to mute it or whatever you need to do. Because I will be talking about foods and exercises and calories and weight, and I will show you me weighing myself, and I'll show you what I look like, without a big bulky sweater on, and how I feel so much better about myself now, and how I can actually wear short sleeves or even sleeveless shirts. I wasn't able to do that for 10 years because I was embarrassed of the way that my arms looked. Now they look normal. Can't tell on this because I'm wearing a nice comfy hoodie. Alright, so let's get on it, because I don't want this to be a super long video. Last week's was 22 minutes long, and I wasn't trying to go that long, but I did say a lot of stuff that needed to be said. Alright, so let's get on the first one. First one is denial. Easy enough. Denial. What is denial? Denial is to deny something that you are doing, that you know you're doing, maybe you don't know you're doing, and you're saying you're not. So that is denial. And in anorexia, I denied it a lot. My family members or people would be like, are you eating enough? And I'd be like, yeah, I am. And then they would say, do you have an eating problem? Nope. I am fine. I do not have an eating problem. I do not have an eating disorder. I am not anorexic. Denial. Big time denial. That was denial for you. I'm sure y'all are doing that too. People are saying, are you sick? You have an eating problem? Is there something the matter? Are you stressed out? Are you anxious about something? They'll ask you tons of questions because they're noticing you getting skinnier, and not in a good way. There's a difference. Trust me, there's a difference. If you're maybe overweight and you're wanting to tone up a little bit, so you change your diet a little, you exercise a little more, and then you do start to tone up, but then people see you still kind of eating, out and, have fun, and you're still not skinny, but you are toned, and you're a little bit smaller than what you were because, you're more comfortable that way. That's different. That's someone that's in control of, how they're eating. They're not letting the eating control them or whatever. It's just, anorexia takes over, and that's when people start asking it in a concerned way, you know, because they're going to notice this girl who used to be, you know, size 14 is within 4 months now a size 6. That's concerning. You don't do that. No one in a healthy way does that. That's not good. So that's denial. If you're getting asked questions, if you're okay and you're denying it, in the back of your head you're going, I hope they don't find out. I hope they don't see me not eating too much. I hope they don't notice that I'm working out more. Because you're just denying what the truth is. Okay, so that's denial. See, that was a quick one. If you have any questions about denial, just look it up. It kind of, you know, it's pretty blunt about what it is. Pretty easy to realize. Okay, now here's another one. Excuses. Excuse. An excuse. Oops, I'm spelling excuse wrong. Well, it was just all see this notebook, so it didn't matter if I spell it wrong. What are excuses? You all know what they are, because we all use them. I know I use them. Example of excuse. You go to the dinner table, and your family's there. Oh, my hair. My hair is bothering me, sorry. You go to the dinner table, your family's sitting there. You nitpick at your food. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And your family's asking, no, what's the matter? Why aren't you eating? Are you okay? I'm just not feeling good. Excuse. That's an excuse not to eat. You go to the restaurant, you order something that you're maybe afraid that you ordered because you didn't get to see the calorie count, or it's something different that you haven't tried yet, but you really didn't want to order it, but you know in the back of your head that you're going to get out of it somehow. So it comes to the table, and all of a sudden you act ill. Oh my gosh, my stomach's hurting. I'm not feeling very good. I know it's about the same excuse, but still, that's an excuse to get out of it. Or you take one teeny tiny little bite. Oh my gosh, I really don't like this. This is not good at all. Oh, now I'm feeling nauseated. I lost my appetite. Another excuse. Yep. Those are some big excuses. You missed your workout or something, and your family's like, hey, come on, let's go, you know, shopping or something. No, I'd rather just stay home. I don't really feel like going out right now. I don't really want to spend any money. Excuse. If you don't know what excuses are, go look that up too. Because I know you've been using them. Because I use them all the time. I never wanted to go out. I never wanted to eat certain things. Because I always had some kind of reason not to. Because those were my go-tos. Those were my lifelines. Excuses, you know. I was like, in the back of my head, I had so many written. I was like, oh, I already used the sickness. I can't be sick again. Maybe, I pretend my food's bad. I got an allergy all of a sudden, which I do have. I'm not going to claim it, but I have been watching kind of my gluten. Because if I do eat, like, bread or something, then it tends to bloat my stomach. Honestly. And I can tell you that I got this pill called Gluten Cutter that I take every time before I eat regular bread now. So I can eat the bread, and I'm not giving an excuse not to eat bread, because I think I did use that for a while. That bread bloated my stomach, so I better not eat bread. I love bread. Bread is amazing, and I have it like every day. I just make sure I take my pill, because I don't want a tummy ache. But there are like certain meats that hurt my stomach. But you know what? Maybe for a while, back when I was still getting over it, you know, I was like, well, this hurts, so I better just, you know, I won't eat that. And I think that was just kind of a little play into this eating disorder that I could use. And like maybe I take a bite and oh my gosh, that just bloated my stomach, so now I can't eat anything else. I think by that point that was more just like me being scared of my stomach hurting and being bloated, because I hate being bloated. I hate it with a passion. I hate being bloated. But we'll come up to that. Those will be in later videos. We'll talk about what's to expect when you start recovering from eating disorder. But you'll see. You're going to get over it. And we're going to do it the easiest. Easy. But it's going to be the way I recovered. And it took a while. But it's worth it because it's not some cold turkey stuff going on. You're not cutting anything cold turkey. That's not for everybody. Okay. Back to, what was it? Excuses. Oh, gluten allergy. Anyway, I don't deny anything. I make sure if I can't have, such and such item of food, then I'm going to replace it with something just as equally good. Like, if I can't have that bread, well, then I'm going to eat something else that covers that bread, because I'm not just going to, dish on the bread and that's it. No, I'm going to replace that with something else because I need those extra calories. That's just what I do. So, no more excuses. Those excuses will get to you, and then you'll run out of excuses, and you won't have any excuses, and then they'll find out. So, yeah. And on to the last one. The last one. Topic is finally acknowledgement. I hope I spelled that right. It's long enough, I think it is. I just kept putting letters down. Acknowledgement, and finally acceptance. I guess I'll write that down too. That looks cool. Got 4 down. Yes. Acceptance. That was right. Sorry. My spelling is perfect. I'll close that book. Alright. Acknowledgement. This, my friends, is one of the biggest things. This is the first step. Right here. I'm not even kidding. This is the step that's going to get you on that road. Right now you're on the side of the road, and the road is leading that way to recovery, and you're standing on the side. And it's up to you to make that first step onto that path. That road is going to lead you to recovery. The first step seems to be the hardest, but once you do, you're on that road, and you just got to start walking. And it can be baby steps, but let's just get on that road first. And the way to do it is with acknowledgement and acceptance that you have a problem, that you are battling an eating disorder, and battling its own little mind game in your head that you've been denying, and you've been excusing, and you've been hiding from your family and your friends because you didn't want them to find out, because you figured if they found out, then they would hunt you down and make stuff hamburgers in your mouth and milkshakes in your mouth and send you off to some hospital, and that scares you, and you don't want to get fat. And I know that because that's in your mind, because that was in my mind. It's like, I don't want to get fat, I'll just look like blah 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 blah, and it's in there, because that's, look at you, you're skin and bones. That's what I was skin and bones, and it's not fun. So finally I looked at myself, and I'm like, I do have a problem. I shouldn't be thinking about food like this, or working out, or constantly thinking about calories and what's in food and how can I burn it off. I was thinking about tomorrow's meals when I get up, if it was like today, then I'll be like, when I get up, I'll be thinking about tomorrow's meals and what I'm supposed to eat and what exercises am I going to do. And it took up my life. For 10 years, it took over. I could not have thoughts. There were no other thoughts. There was exercise and food, and how am I going to get out of this? And my family is watching me. They're on to me when they start, catching on to me looking skinnier and skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. And it looked ridiculous. That was, yeah. It was awful. Just the constant thought of that. It was like, why? I want to do other stuff, but I can't. I can't just sit down and read a book. I can't watch TV and sit down. My mind was all stuck on one thing, and it was a cycle. And I know you're going through those routines every day. You have your oh shoot, what is it called? Brain fart. Your routines and your habits, I guess. Your dang it, what's that word? I forgot it. Anyway, that's what gets you. If you get out of the routine, you're frazzled. I know, because that's the way I get. I had to be on my routine and my habits and behavior. That's it. Behavior. Phew. That came. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, those behaviors. The certain things you have to do every day. The exercises you have to do no matter what. It's usually the same thing over and over and over every single day. The same foods, the same routine. And that better not get interrupted in any way, or else you'll be out of it for a while. You'll be so depressed that your routine got ruined, and it's going to take you like 2 to 3 days to get back in the routine, and you better do extra this and extra that. It's really exhausting, and I always hated it when some plans got changed, because then I'd be like, well, where's my excuse to get out of this one? I have to get out of this. I can't go there. What am I gonna do? It's like this little battle was going on in my head about this major thing. It was like this huge thing, and it's not major. It wasn't major at all. Maybe it's just going out to eat or going to the store at a different time. Because if you're like me, I had certain times that I had to eat on the dot. I had to eat. Like let's say I had to eat breakfast at 8, and I could maybe have a snack, and I had to eat lunch at 1, and I probably didn't have a snack, and then dinner had to be at a certain time, and if I passed that time, then I couldn't eat it, and I couldn't eat before, and if they wanted to go eat before, oh my gosh, another tornado inside my head. It's like, what do I do? And anyone else would be like, oh sure, let's eat whenever. And God, I was so jealous of those people that were just like that. It's like, why can't I be like that? I just want to be like that. I'd watch people on TV eating. I'd be like, that looks so good. I wish I could have eaten that, but I can't. Those would be my thoughts all the time. I can't eat that. Nope. That's me talking, but it's the eating disorder like telling me these things. Like, hey, you're never gonna eat that again. Nope, it's almost time. You need to go exercise. It's that time again. Remember that extra bite of salad you had? We gotta do extra tonight to work that off. Like, okay. Pretty sad, because I missed out on some fun times. But, I can't look back anymore like that. I cannot look at the past and what I missed out on, because that's wasting time too. That right now, I'm living every moment at a time, and I'm enjoying every moment. Okay, I have a fight here and there, like, typical mom-daughter stuff sometimes with my mama and my sister, but, still even that, I'm like, oh well. Time to move on. Rosie, stop. Yeah, so now, you know what? It's so nice that I can just sit down and crochet if I want to. I can read I know I've said this before, I've gone the little thing before, but it is nice just to sit and read a book. Or not. Or to go take a nap. Or just to have other thoughts in your head. Just to have your own thoughts. And there's just you in your head. And, there's times where I'll just sit down and I'll just think of, I make up my own movie in my head. I'll just think about, anything. It's amazing. Like right now, I'm thinking of really nothing. I'm just looking at this needle, the yarn needle. I was just looking at that going, I need to sew up that squirrel's mouth. Nothing else. I'm not thinking about, I know dinner's coming up, which is making me excited. And I'm going on almost 20 minutes now. I said I wasn't going to. Anyway, wrapping it up. And you get the gist of what I'm talking about. You get the gist. The 4 topics that I covered, again, were denial, excuse, acknowledgement, and acceptance. The biggest thing out of all 4 of those, acknowledgement and acceptance. The 2 biggest things are the acknowledgement and acceptance. Like, if you can acknowledge that you have something that's the matter with you, and you can spread it and share it with, maybe it's just one person in your family, maybe it's just a close friend, and you don't want to involve your family, because I hated involving my family. It's like I hurt them too much. I knew they were hurting. I knew it, because my best friend, my sister, never wanted to do anything with me, and that hurt me bad, because I knew I was hurting her. So it's like I didn't really want to talk to them about this. But I had to. I need sleep. I had to acknowledge the fact that I need help. I need help. And I did it, because if there's one thing that people that have eating disorders like anorexia, we have a very strong will. Being able to not eat very much, that takes a lot. And that takes a lot, because the human body just naturally, we just want to snack because you feel a little bit hungry, like, ooh, I'm hungry. But we have strong wills, and you got to turn that will around. You got to make it work for you this time and not against you. And you can do it, because I did it. And I did it for my family. I did it for God, because I wanted to prove to Him that I can do this. I always ask for His help, of course, for strength. And I'm the one that had to do it. And most importantly, it sounds selfish, but I did it for me. Because you have to. If you can't do something like that for someone else. That's not their body, that's your body. You gotta decide if you want to live, or if you want to dwindle down into nothing and die of a heart attack before you even reach the age of 50. If you're going through this when you're pretty young. So, I think you can do it, because I did it, and I didn't have to go to some stinking hospital and pay, an arm and a leg just to get better, and relapse after that and be like a waste. So you can do this without having to go to the hospital, without having to get some tube stuck up your nose into your stomach, pumping in liquid foods. You don't want that. I didn't want that. I didn't have to have it, and you won't either. So that's pretty straightforward. And you got to be determined enough to get there, because I was, and look at me now. I am a happy girl. I am so happy. Every day is fun, and I have energy to burn. Energy is amazing. Oh, I love energy, because I have so much of it now, and I can get up every day and think, well, I got energy, I'm ready to go, even though I've been kind of sleepy. Anyway, with that, that's enough now. You saw my video. We're gonna do another video next week sometime, about the same time. Hopefully I'll be off again on Friday so I can do it, or just whenever. Maybe before Friday, I don't know. I've been having I'll do it, and it won't be longer than a week though. Excuse me. But I'm gonna keep this going, because I want whoever is watching this that's suffering, I want to help you, and I believe I can, and I'm gonna do it in a different way than most people tell you. All right, just hang in there, everybody who's going through this. You can do it, and I'm gonna be right there with you, showing you all the good stuff. Oh. Alright, well, with that said, I'm hungry, and I'm gonna go eat.